Hey, what is up you guys? Welcome back to another video. So for this video, unfortunately, I forgot to hit record on the webcam software, and as a result the face cam will not be present in this video. And the reason why I'm not re-recording this is simply because I really think the video turned out great. And I also feel that the points that I'm trying to bring across in the video have been conveyed to you guys pretty nicely. And as a result, I honestly think it would be a waste to let this recording slip by. So yeah, this is gonna be a face cam-less video. But yeah, next time I'll be a little bit more careful. My apologies. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Hey guys, it is time for worse and welcome back to another episode of Pokemon Go. In this one I actually kinda wanted to experiment with the intro, so you might see it changing from time to time. Just wanna, kinda wanna step away from the hello everyone, it is iReverse, because half of the time you guys don't even know what I'm saying, so I'm trying to kinda emphasize what I'm saying at the beginning of each video. This video I feel is targeted towards the higher level Pokemon Go player, because I kind of wanted to touch base upon the last update that we've been getting inside of Pokemon Go. Capture location was introduced, in which you have the ability to see where you found the Pokemon. This is also applicable to the eggs that you're finding. So if you find an egg in a specific city, let's say Amsterdam, if I were to find a 5-kilometer egg in Amsterdam, if you hatch the Pokemon in New York, you're gonna see you found it in Amsterdam. So very important stuff. And Pokemon Go and Incense works together now. It didn't used to work for whatever reason, got no idea why. And they said minor bug fixes, which is very, generic. But there's way more than just minor bug fixes. No, Niantic has really given us some really great quality of life improvements within this update that I want to touch base upon, because I think they're important to let you guys know about. I know for a fact that some of you guys have been bothered by some of the bugs or some of the issues that have been going on with the Pokemon Go, and some of these issues have been fixed with this update, which is really kind of great. So that being said, let's actually take a look and bring up the actual patch notes, and then let's talk about how that's going to be affecting the game in the long run. So, saying Pokemon details now display the city and country of a Pokemon's origin, which is good. Pokemon GO Plus now captures incense-lured Pokemon, which you talked about. Pokemon Attack IV no longer scales with the Pokédex Number. If you're not aware of this, Pokemon like Squirtle, Bulbasaur, Charmander, you also have Slowpoke, Poliwag, I think Bellsprout, are Pokemon that are generally going to be terrible in IV. And that has to do something with the Pokédex number. If they were higher in the Pokédex entry, like Dratini or Eevee, they're gonna have very high IVs pretty much by default, and then your starter Pokemon are gonna have terrible IVs by default as well, which was a really annoying bug. This is fixed at this update, at this moment, right here, right now. There's some charts, people experimented with this on Reddit and the Silph Road, and it seems to be fixed right now. I found a Wonder Charmander, no, not Charmander, I found the Wonder Squirtle, which I've never found before, so I'm not sure how much of a confirmation that is, but to me it kinda is confirmed. I haven't seen that before, and people do mention this and report on this on Reddit, so that basically tells me like, hey, it is fixed. Really great stuff, I kinda like this, and this also applies to nest Pokemon. Nest Pokemon are Pokemon that keep appearing, the same type Pokemon, the same species. Let's say I have a Machop nest very close to my house. It keeps appearing in the same spot. I know that at a set time I can go outside. Hey, there's a Machop nearby. I know where it is exactly because that's the nest area, and that seems to be fixed at the same time as well. That is really great stuff. That is something that needs to be that had to be done, I feel, earlier, but now that the kind of the hype storm of Pokemon Go, the game is not dying out. I mean, it's still pretty much alive. So they fixed the IVs, which is great. I think that is very important. I definitely understand why they didn't focus on that before, because it's not a key priority. Like, they wanted to make sure that the tracker is working. They wanted to make sure that the buddy feature was released inside of the game. Appraisal released inside of the game. So they're going to be tackling these issues one at a time, but eventually they're going to be fixing everything. And just the fact that they don't have to mention that, but they still fix it and the community finds out, I think it's great. So that gives me something to talk about to you guys as well, and bring you guys stuff that's going on. They're also saying powering up sorting bug fixed, which means that I think whenever you were powering up a Pokemon, sometimes the the sorting would kind of be messed up. So you would power up a Pokemon, and I think if you have it sorted by CP, it would showcase another Pokemon, because in your CP ranking of your Pokemon, the Pokemon would end up being higher as a result of your powering up. So I think that is what we're talking about here. Also, sometimes what I noticed is if I'm powering up a Pokemon, it would shoot back to the previous CP it once had before. And I actually got called a hacker for that a couple of times, and I thought it was funny here. They also said gym code Streamlined Combat should now feel more responsive. So if you're in a gym battle, you know, gonna be more responsive. And they're talking about a attack buffer. What I understood from the way people explain this is that if you use an attack, or if you input something inside of the game, like a dodge or an attack, it would pre-register that in advance. So if you know that Hyper Beam is coming or something like that, you can all pretty much prepare for that. Like, it's gonna be better, and you're gonna be not missing your attack inputs as much as you did before. I know it doesn't make a whole lot of sense whenever I say it like this. There's gonna be a thread, a special thread on this in the video description down below, which basically explains it all. My thoughts on Niantic not actually adding these changes inside of the game, as in the update notes, I think it's kind of a bad thing. I really feel that Niantic should communicate a little bit better in the update notes as well. They are still not really communicating where they should communicate. Like, they should really invest some time into explaining exactly some of the changes that they're applying inside of the game, instead of letting us explore. Like, Niantic kind of has the nonchalant stance to us, to where we kind of have to figure out what is changed, what is an Easter egg, what is new inside of the game, what is improved inside of the game, to kind of make us like pleasantly surprised about the update, in comparison to just being disappointed about the update and then finding out later that we got some stuff, you know, added inside of the game that we didn't think they were there. I honestly feel that Niantic should be a little bit more open when it comes down to stuff like that. Like, there's only so much that you can do as a game developer. I completely understand that, but at least give us some like food to work with. There's something that we know, like something that we can see, like, hey, they have been doing this and this, so on and so forth. Like, it's actually kind of bad if they are gonna be so nonchalant with these hidden changes that they have been applying, and they have been working on that, obviously, because people are gonna be like, well, this update sucks, it's only this and so on and so forth, you know, it's only gonna be this in the game. As a result of that, the rating in the App Store is gonna go down. Maybe people are gonna end up quitting because they end up drawing conclusions without even, you know, looking into what is actually inside of the update. But that's partially Niantic's thoughts at the same time as well. So I feel for the longevity of the game. I know I'm in no position to, you know, speak for Niantic. I don't work with Niantic. I kind of wish there was like some community manager that we could access for some more information. That way we can give them feedback. But those are the kind of things that I feel are relatively unfortunate. But I'm happy Niantic is still working around the clock to make these things happen, and I'm just really happy that they actually managed to solve the whole IV issue that we had before. But yeah, there's of course more updates to come into the future. I'm honestly really curious whenever the tracker system, enhanced tracker, needs to be coming. I see more and more people complaining about it. I'm on the part where I'm like, you know, it's been long enough. It's been long enough. The update tracker needs to be there next update. And honestly, I think they had over a month to you know, check out the enhanced tracker, how it would do in San Francisco. I think it's time to roll it out to the masses. But I kind of understand Niantic as well when they're saying, like, you know, they're probably not gonna roll it out until they're 100% sure that is perfect. But if you give people something to work with, and maybe it's gonna be a little bit broken, but at least it's going to be better or an improvement to the stuff we already got. Pretty much like the candy system, where people are like, well, why do you need to walk for 5 kilometers to get a candy from a Snorlax? People are complaining about that, but at least we're getting something. And that's the thing that I feel is very important when it comes down to a game like Pokemon Go and the longevity of the game. Sorry if this turned out to be a little bit of a rambling video. Once again, all of the patch notes will be linked in the video description down below. I just figured I'd give you guys my personal take on this, and I think what they've been doing is really nice, especially after releasing Pokemon GO Plus. They are covering support, and they're still working on the game and not just solely relying on the fact that Pokemon Go is added to the game. So yeah, that's gonna be my thoughts, opinions. I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. What do you guys like about this update? What do you guys expect for the future of Pokemon Go? And I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. We just surpassed 200k. You guys saw the video. If you haven't seen it, it will be linked in the video description down below. Little special video. Once again, this is the reverse for Pokemon Go. I'm gonna be signing off. Have a really nice day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.